we're going to talk about the camper.
Yes, we are. And we're going to give you 10 reasons why we decided to get this Class A motorhome. I'm going to start with number one because it's one of my favorites, which is the residential refrigerator. This thing is huge. We've got tons of refrigerator space, tons of freezer space, and bonus, ice. Ice and a water maker in the refrigerator, which is like a gold mine when you're camping.
There's lots of filters on it. There's 2 filters outside. We put a filter on our hose. There's a filter in the refrigerator. So if it's not clean by then, I don't know. It's much better than hauling all of our water in here and drinking it out of a jug like we were.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's my first favorite thing. Why don't you talk about the next favorite thing?
So we have the TV right in front of the couch, and it's got a bonus fireplace underneath of it.
Yes, and the couch is an L-shaped couch. So the couch fits our entire family, not just one adult.
It like extends out.
Yeah.
It's really easy to do. And then it's also a jackknife, and Jake has really been enjoying sleeping on that. He thinks it's a little adventure pulling out this thing and setting up his stuff. And then all of the seats in the living space also have seat belts. So when the slide's in and we're driving down the road, we could have a TV on, a movie for the kids, and they're entertained. 4,
this is mine, don't you steal it. We have a combo washer dryer. Oh my goodness, this was not on the like necessity list. This was not a priority, but it is amazing. If anything, if I never do laundry in the camper, I at least have a way to dry our beach towels, because everybody knows you can hang them outside as long as you want, but they never get dry, and then they smell moldy by the time you get home, and it's disgusting.
We skipped the full drop-down bed.
Oh, we did.
We did?
We skipped the drop-down bed on our list. Well, let's just go ahead and make that number 5.
So we have a drop-down bed in the front for Paige. It's big enough for adults to sleep on.
It's a queen-size bed, yo.
Which is really awesome. And that brings us to our other point. Why didn't we get a bunkhouse?
Yeah, we didn't get a bunkhouse because a lot of the bunkhouses that we were able to look at and get into, the beds are either too narrow for an adult-sized body, or they're not long enough for an adult-sized body. They really are meant for little kids. And yes, our kids are little, but they're not going to be little for long. So we wanted to make sure that we had something that can grow with our family. The bedding situation goes like this. We've got the overhead bed, that's a queen size bed that 2 adults could sleep in. We have the dinette that turns into a full size bed. We have the jackknife sofa, which turns into like a full size bed. And then we have a king size bed, which is another one of our
plenty
lists.
of sleeping arrangements. And the other thing with a bunkhouse model, the bunks, they can only be used as bunks. So then you have this space that's there. You can maybe use it as storage, but many of the bunkhouse units didn't have this extra bathroom, and that brings us into our next one.
Yes, absolutely. So we have 2 toilets in this unit.
So when all the slides are in and we're driving down the road, you still have access to this front bathroom.
Yes, and you don't have to crawl over anything.
Just go. You pull over and go, and it's easy and quick. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. You're not climbing over a bed or whatever.
Yes, and
it's perfect.
So we already covered the bed situation. You want to talk about number 6, which is
the storage.
Yes.
So the kitchen area storage is about the same. You know, we have overhead storage and under storage, just like in our.
I had to get a little creative.
Just like in our old travel trailer. But then when we move into our bedroom, there's a lot more storage.
Oh my goodness, the closet space is incredible. And that's not to mention what's outside the unit.
Oh my gosh, outside the unit, the under storage, there is just so much. And it makes it so nice. I'm convinced that with the bed of the truck and our travel trailer, there's still more under storage.
Oh,
by
way more.
Because it's full pass through. It goes all the way through.
I mean, and every time we would travel before, our entire under storage and the travel trailer would be completely occupied, and then the bed of the truck would be fairly well occupied. Right now, the whole back half of our camper doesn't have anything in it.
The whole one side, it's completely empty. what is this, number something?
Well, okay, so we already talked about the beds. We talked about the seat belts, so we're on to the kitchen.
Okay. Well, this is your territory.
Yeah, the kitchen is incredible. So we have a double sink, and it has a spray nozzle on the sink, which is really awesome because it provides just a little bit of pressure that you need to clean up the dishes if you have like stuck on ketchup.
Because we don't have like a mechanical dishwasher.
No, no. So, and
dishwasher.
Yeah, me usually. To be fair, Brian does most of the cooking. So, our microwave is a full-size microwave, and it is a convection oven, so it's dual purpose. And our oven is probably about as big of an oven that you can get in a camper. It's not obviously a full residential oven, but it's pretty large. We haven't used it yet, so I don't know how well it works. And a 3-burner stove. The bonus in the kitchen for me is there's a place to put my trash can. So under the sink, you pull out the cupboard and there's a place to put the trash can, which is really nice. Our travel trailer didn't have anywhere, so as soon as the flies would come in, they go right to the trash can. So it is really nice that I can kind of hide that away. Last one's all you.
So now we're on to the generator and inverter. So we have a big refrigerator, which is awesome. But it runs on all electric. It's a residential refrigerator. Yeah. So what they did is they added extra batteries and they added this big inverter. And so when you're driving down the road, obviously the alternator in the driving camper is charging the batteries, and then it runs through the inverter and charges runs the refrigerator. If the batteries get low, say you're boondocking, the generator will automatically turn on, which is nice. So this generator's big. I mean, it's like over a 5,000 watt generator.
So quiet.
It is quiet.
I can't believe how quiet it is because we have one of those ones that sounds like a motorbike going by.
But it's big enough to run both of the air conditioners and pretty much everything else we want to use, which is nice. The other thing, which I'm really looking forward to, solar prep is already done. There's a lot of things underneath the unit that are already set up. We have where the batteries are, because if you're going to put lithium batteries, they need to be a little more climate controlled. So there's plugs and things to put a heater and a fan, cooling units. The solar prep's already there, so we just got to buy panels and plug it in, and we're ready to go. And then that takes us to the water tanks, bigger water tanks. We could go a whole week. I mean, if we really watched our water, we can go a whole week before we need to dump and refill. In the travel trailer, we could go like 2 days.
We were really pushing it. We were using like the facilities at the campground.
Yeah, so now we could actually do more boondocking things, like true boondocking, harvest host things, and feel comfortable.
I have 2 bonuses.
You have bonuses?
I have bonuses.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you made me think of it. We have 2 air conditioners, which seems like a lot, but when you've got kids and they're sleeping in the front of the unit and we're sleeping in the back of the unit, it's nice to be able to regulate those 2 areas as 2 different areas. The kids don't like it as cold. When they're sleeping, they like it like 75 and we're like 68. So, we don't really run it that cold, but it is nice to have those 2 areas separated with the air conditioner. And the other thing is we actually have an entire suite to ourselves. So when we talked about the bathroom being accessible while we're driving, well, that half bath is also accessible to the children when they're sleeping and in the mornings. So we have a pocket door to our bedroom. We can close it. If we need to go to the bathroom, we just go to the bathroom in our space. We don't wake up the kids. So I didn't write those down, but those I feel like needed to be said. What are your bonuses?
We got full body paint.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yes. No stickers that are crack and get yucky, and no rubber roof. It's a full fiberglass roof, so you don't got to worry about treating it, putting that goop on there, making sure the rubber doesn't break down in the UV rays. Yeah. And then we got J-Ride.
Oh gosh, you guys, our list cannot be 10 things. Sorry, it's more like the top 15.
So J-Ride, they put this extra suspension on the RV to stiffen it up. Because if you drive other Class A's, there's something called sway, and you go around the corner and the whole RV goes like this and rolls and rocks. With the J-Ride, it doesn't happen. The suspension is a little bit more stiff.
Yeah, you hit a bump or something and it's like...
You're going to feel it, but... I'd rather have that than feel like I'm going to roll over or feel like I'm going to get blown off the road.
You don't want to feel like you're tipping.
But I think that's it. Is that it?
Guys, we are so excited about our new unit. We have already taken it out every week since we've gotten it. We cannot wait to show you all the things.
It's so nice to be able to just pull in, hit the button.
Oh gosh, automatic leveling jacks. How did that not make the list?
You just hit the button and then you're done.
Oh gosh, automatic leveling jacks. No jack hammer
noise. So anyway, we're gonna
stop because we could go on for days.
We're gonna take you out, show you all of our adventures. We're just so excited we are finally able to do this after 3 years. And I mean, one of the reasons why we went this direction is my truck is it's a 2008. It's old. It would do fine, but the problem we ran into is any fifth wheel that we looked at that we liked was just too big for my truck. So then we would have to upgrade my truck and upgrade we'd be upgrading the fifth wheel too. So I mean, we're already creeping on $100,000 either way. Yeah. So I mean, this worked out for us. And so some advice. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that say, "Oh my gosh, you bought a camper or an RV the worst time. The prices are through the roof and this and that."
They are. At some places.
At some places. So my advice is know exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Be upfront with the dealerships and use NADA as your price guide, because there are dealerships, and we've seen it, they're marking up the prices 20 or 30% above the high retail NADA.
Look, and if it doesn't work for you financially, then you shouldn't do it.
Yes.
You shouldn't make that decision.
Don't be afraid to walk away. We actually had a dealership.
We walked away from several deals.
Yes, we actually had a dealership that said we were too demanding.
Yeah. The customer who's going to spend 6 figures
was too demanding.
Yeah.
And they said we couldn't do business with you.
Yeah. So.
Hey, you know what?
I don't want to do business with you.
I'm perfectly fine with that, because we found the perfect unit.
Yep.
A dealership worked with us, showed us everything we wanted, everything we asked for. We came there, checked out the unit, and it was exactly what they said.
Yes.
So just be patient. We were looking for 2 years.
Yes, we were. And once we figured out exactly what we wanted, we got in connection with a couple different dealerships that we were trusting of. And Lazy Days was the one that came through for us.
Yep.
So what we did is we talked to someone from the national sales office, let them know exactly what we wanted, and they looked and looked and looked. They probably quoted 10 units for us. Some of them were across the country, like in Tucson or Denver, and we just couldn't make it work. And that was fine. They didn't give up on us.
No.
They kept looking until we were happy.
Yep.
And like he said, it was exactly what was expected. When we got there to pick it up, it was exactly what we were expecting. We've gone to dealers, we've driven hours to dealerships to look at something, and it is nothing like what the pictures were. So happy I didn't put my money down on that one.
Yes.
So anyway, we had an amazing experience with Lazy Days RV. Hopefully you have too, or if you were looking, look them up. I mean, this is not a paid advertisement by any means. We just had a really good experience.
Yep. So we're excited to show you all of our adventures in our new rig. We've got some coming up.
Yeah.
We're ready to roll.
Yes.
Let's do this. But in the meantime, if you can, get out, have an adventure, and make some memories.
Hey Ryan, what you doing?
I was just putting awning out. So,
look at that.
So we have a little shade on this 93-degree day.
It's a button?
It's a button. It's
Where's the stick?
fantastic. No stick required. I loathe that awning.
Oh my gosh, I wish we had a video of that.